Anyway, the longest track of the entire Formula 1 calendar. One of the longest tracks in the history of F1, even though it's a very much shortened version. Actually, I remember only Nordschleife being a bit longer in Grand Prix racing under the Formula 1 regulations.
Wait, Tony, are we allowed to start now? Because everyone's
Yes.
obviously wondering. Okay, I'm just going to put it ready up.
So, in the meantime, all I'm saying, you guessed it right. We're on the Spa-Francorchamps for round 13 of European Race Organization's Season 7. Luke Jobson is back, I am back, 18 drivers are back, including some new names on the grid, and we will see all of them today. Of course, it's the owner, Wojciech Śmigowski, being around here, commentating for you. Not racing today, even though there is not full grid, just 18 drivers. And maybe let's not talk about F2 race in terms of that. Speaking about F2, Marek Jęczur getting his first ever victory in European Race Organization, ahead of a debut driver Enzo Tebani, who is also racing today, and on the third, Emre Demir. And speaking about Spa, this is a track where you can get unpredictable weather conditions. You can get literally any weather conditions.
Because you can ask what your weather was like in your race yesterday.
Yes. It can also get mixed. Just an example of my performance in F2, where I thought it was dry enough to go on softs. It wasn't.
you finished a lap down because of that.
Yes.
But let's hopefully we'll have it's changed conditions, because this is when Belgium's a track when it has changing conditions. I think it's really fun to like commentary on, but we'll have to wait and see.
This is literally chaos.
Yes, true. For Josh to pick set up, and obviously Josh should tell me the winner.
As we are switching the screens right now. It's actually dry at the qualifying session.
Well, I'm asking Liam or Josh to tell me the weather for the race, because I'm hoping it's going to be dry. Or literally rains maybe in the last 10 minutes or something.
Well, actually I had expectations of rain, because I remember one of my league races back in 2020, in F1 2019, where I have won due to changeable conditions. That was a very big piece of luck, but still. And it actually proved how changeable the conditions at Spa can be. So, first drivers are going out of the garage. Meanwhile, I will go through the reserve drivers for today. If I don't mention anyone, if I don't mention someone, he's a full-time driver. So we'll be going from the bottom, and we have Hasan Akçan, F2 reserve, racing in F1 as a reserve today, in a Ferrari. Next, in terms of reserves, we've got a new driver of Axel Frabul, who is going to be racing as F1 reserve, like a proper reserve, not going from F2. It's raining.
Dry and then plus 30, and it might rain.
Okay.
So 30 minutes, but you know how broken this game is. It could happen in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because remember we've got also approximate weather accuracy. But speaking of Axel Frabul, who's a completely new driver in Ero competitions. In Ero F1, he's straight in this division, and not as an F2 reserve. Welcome to the Ero. We actually don't have to say welcome to the Ero to the next reserve of Enzo Tebani, who is racing in Williams today, because he's raced yesterday in F2. And
well, my game is crashed.
Interesting, I'm going to invite you in a minute.
I'm just going to restart my console just in case.
I just finished talking about reserves. Enzo Tebani, second place yesterday in F2. Today he's got a chance to race in F1. Next is Jami Hyman, who has been on podium on track last week in Hungary, but 2 resets to track made him cost 7 places and dropped down to 10th as he was racing the Ferrari. Today he's in a Williams. Speaking of next reserve, we don't have any more reserves, that's all.
1-0 points. And he creeps back out onto the racetrack along with Marie.
Why are you watching Imola, by the way?
So, yeah.
I literally had to mute for a second due to copyrights. We'll be doing a small, literally very short technical issue screen, because I need to invite Luke back to the lobby.
Yeah, I don't know why my internet just died again. So I'm like, oh, that's bloody fun.
That's very funny. There we go. we are back with the cars on track. We are having 18 super fast cars racing. Speaking about supercars, they are going to be a feature in F1 22. Not F1 2022, just F1 22. I'm not a big enthusiast of that. And how about you? If you are actually here. Well, very interesting conversation speaking about the first hot laps of today. One of them is Yanni Ducro in a Haas. He has Diogo Moritz right ahead of him. Like, you cannot see him yet, but you can see on the minimap. But he's on the outlap. There's already a first spin on Neo Rouge, and that is Wagenaar because he is the only Alpine driver today.
I swear his luck is awful in this season and in this game in general.
He's finished only twice this season. Three
And
times, sorry.
And even last season when he was in F2, he only won one race, and that was his year he was defending his championship.
He was like having 3 pole positions in the first 6 races, but all of these first 6 races were DNFs. Let's also see the tire strategies, because some of the drivers may be putting mediums, a lot of drivers may be putting mediums, and the reason is, as Luke said, 30 minutes from the start we're getting rain. Remember also the weather is approximate. So we are having literally a repeat, copy-paste of Season 6 weather conditions. Unfortunately, last race of Guil v Drake, as Yanni Ducro puts a lap of 33.8 on the mediums, Mark Abota 42.6 on the softs, and Liam Cross separated these 2 drivers. Kolasa has got invalidated lap time. We're looking for the driver's car just about to cross the line. One of them is Josh Evans, our mighty graphic designer. You have seen new graphics on after Hungarian Grand Prix, where we have race winner announced and top 10 of the standings. He goes fastest with 42.3.
Okay, I'll just get back in the lobby now. Next car I'm watching is Cameron, who's on mediums.
Yup, he's going for Blanchimont.
Oh, Access just smashed it out the port. He's into the 41s now already. With F2, it took all the way until Jericho's final lap to get into the 41s, but it's already there. Cameron goes to the line now, and P4 on mediums, a tenth quicker than FRM. Or what's his name, Martino? Was it Enzo, this one? I can remember. Oh, Dino died.
No, I'm just writing.
Oh, who else is coming across the line?
Yeah, we're asking the same question over again, as Francesco Sonsdoni might have been blocked by Lepenro on the... He's run.
No, he's run out of fuel because his fuel light's on. They both done a lap.
Makes sense.
Nate's just come to the line now and goes to P6. Cohen's invalidated his lap, he's going for another lap. Oh, he's backed out. Oh, he's actually not. He's got. No, yeah, he's backed out of the lap. He's going for the pits.
Yup. Next man to make a lap is going to be Hasan Akça, currently on the last place in the Ferrari.
I'm actually curious how the strategy is going to go, because people might stretch the median hoping the rain comes.
That's what I think they are going to do.
Loki's invalidated, goes for a second run. You can see he literally said in the chat he hates this track with a passion and hope it dies.
Okay.
No, he literally says it's his worst track in the calendar. So he said, don't expect anything good from me today, said yesterday in the stream. But hopefully he can get a good result and get some points today, hopefully, to help the Mercedes.
As Hasan Akça crosses the line in the meantime, and he puts 11th. Next, well, I'm going to tell you, Chibukem is making purple sector 1. Just saying. Do you have any spare invites? Also, you're very quiet. So, meanwhile, due to these technical issues, well, we are not breaking any stream or that. I'm just going to commentate alone for a little bit, maybe 2 seconds or something like that. Just a reminder, before Diogo Moraes crosses the line, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. We're very close to 1,000, which is huge. We're having to have 1,000 subscribers. As Diogo decided not to cross the line, he's going to the pits. Right ahead of him there is a title contender, Cameron Dowds. Jobson is invalidated while we are looking for the drivers on the hot laps and I can't see anyone. So I'll be using this quick break in terms of racing for the lap to invite Luke very quickly yet again. It tells me you've joined. Yep, he's joined anyway. So nobody is on their hot laps right now. We're having a couple of drivers on their out laps. For example, Thomas Bowman and Francesco Sonzani, right? And him Liam Cross. We'll see what are the current tire choices. Only Enzo Tabani and Axel Prabhu have decided to stay on the mediums, same as Diogo Moraes, who has got invalidated lap time. So that might be an interesting choice.
Yeah, but it's the question is when is the rain going to turn up? Will it turn after like 10 laps? Will it turn after 5 laps? Will it turn up at the end of the race?
And I'm betting for like lap 14.
Oh, of course, you're doing a bet already.
Yes. As Thomas Bowman starts his hot lap and he's going through the first corner. Then we'll be heading to Jorusz Radion complex, which is having some kind of changes in 2022. I have seen a sausage curb on the inside line when going to the left-hander on this complex, and I'd rather say no to that change. Next is Lecombe with right and left-hander on the 4th or 5th gear, and then another right-hander, and we're going to the Brussels, which is a hairpin. Well, we're doing just a little track talk as we're going through the left-hander. Some of the drivers are using that green patch, green lane, as an esports line, as Thomas Bowman nearly spins through Pouon. Then we're heading to the Stavelot on the 4th gear, as Wagner puts second.
Oh wow, so he's managed to pull his pace out, and Sniper was P5.
Next is the corner named Paul Frere, which I have actually studied through Wikipedia because, well, this corner has a lot of things related to me because I have been spinning very much on the practices on this particular section. Next is Blanchimon, full throttle through the entire sector 3. Actually, almost the entire sector 3, as we're going to have a heavy braking event into bus stop chicane. Yanni Dukro goes to the pits, and Thomas Bowman crosses the line in the very short notice. It's 42.8, putting him on 6. That's a lap of Spa.
I was going to say, all the laps are starting to tumble down. I'm currently on Marco, and he's coming to sector 2 now, and he is 3 tenths up at the moment. So this could be the front row for Marco if he can keep this cleanly and get a good sector 3. As Martini was saying, it's full flat until you hit the bus stop. Comes around the last. Oh, now here's the bus stop ahead of him now. Will he get a clean exit, not lock up? Takes a good curve there, clips the apex there. As Jesper's crashed out on Zero Time track. As
He crashed out heavily, and I can see his car being upside down.
Oh, is it? Oh, is he actually upside down?
Yes, he is upside down.
Oh my! Wow!
I'm not kidding.
Wow, that's I just jumped the Casper and he spun out at sector 3. He's in the gravel and he's got back on track. He's he kept it out of the wall. He's gonna have to get out of the way because Cameron doubts now is unvalidated his lap, so he's gonna be backed out. Cameron was up 9 tenths on this lap.
That's the difference between mediums and softs, but remember his lap is invalidated as well.
Yeah, but he was 9 tenths up, so he could have easily got a chance for pole here so far. But Spa is one of those tracks that's very bad for invalidation. You get invalidation, your lap's ruined after a little bit. Is that Loki on the lap next? Yeah, it is. Loki's managed to keep it clean in sector 2, and now onto sector 3. And let's see what the
British was his time after sector 2. He's about to go through Blanchimont and then to the bus stop.
Yep, there's this clear track ahead of him, so he should get a clean lap here in. comes round the final corner now. And what is low-key's time going to be in the Mercedes today? And P7. He's pulled that pace out of nowhere after he says he hates the track.
That was a bit of pace. Meanwhile, Hassan Akça is about to cross the line as well. He's 7 tenths up, putting him on 10th place.
I just realised Cole just came off for his first lap of mediums. That means Cole might not have enough time for a soft run.
He was going on the soft run on the first lap, but he invalidated, so he went for mediums.
Yep. Who just jumped up there? I saw someone. Hassan P9. Oh, wow, that's really good. He's really good around Spa, it seems.
Yep, he likes
Cameron's changed new tyres and it's gone out instantly, and he's already behind Hassan.
Like he's still on the out lap.
Yeah, it's the fact he's going in the pit straight away, getting new tyres, went straight out. Alex just run out of fuel, I can tell with the yellow flags.
As I'm looking for drivers currently on their hot laps, as Lepenru indeed goes to the pits.
Nears is on a lap, he's coming to sector 2 now.
Sector 3 apparently.
Yes, he comes to the sector 3, he's 1.1 up.
Puts
so
him on 4th.
Yeah, but if you get to see sector 3 good, he might be on the front row maybe.
That would be a decent debut for the driver. As we're going to see him crossing the line in a very short notice through the bus stop chicane, and this is the pole position potential, or at least front row. As he is crossing the line now, he gets the 3rd, so that was very close.
Yeah, just to show he's pace running, he's really good it seems. Alfa Romeo starts a lap of Liam, who was at Fanchi Kun, no, Fanchi Marco on out lap, so Fanchi's about to start his lap. Cohen's has started his lap now, and he's got clean track frankly ahead of him. Car's getting out of the way for him. But now the question is, Cohen's is only going to have this one chance for a lap on mediums, or he's going to start in P18. And he has to set a lap because he won't have enough time to get back to the pit and get the new tyres on. And he's struggling a bit there. I thought he's kind of a bit of a half spin there.
Still Moraes, meanwhile, is using the esports line, how you should do that. The way you should.
Yeah, Jericho did that yesterday in qualifying, I remember that, and the fact he smashed everyone in qualifying.
Well, it actually gives nothing, to be honest.
Yeah, it just means they don't have to worry about turning, I think. That's probably why they do it. But Cohen's is coming to sector 3 now.
14.3, it has been faster than Hassan.
Yeah, but the fact he needs to be as high as he can up, and obviously then lead to the fend with life. As I'm going to jump on board with Cameron, who's on into sector 2 now. And I don't know what his sector time is yet. I'm going to quickly check the race director.
As Moraes is about to cross the line, he's gone deep into the bus stop chicane. And he's about to cross the line right now. It can be 42s, and it is 42.9, putting him a ninth ahead of Cameron. But remember, Cameron is on the soft tyres.
Sniper retires in the pits, he doesn't make him go any faster, so P6 is where the Austrian will stay, as Cameron is coming round to sector 2 now. He's got a car ahead of him, Mazzoli gets out of the way, comes to sector 3 line now. How much has Cameron gained? 1 second right now, so he could steal pole from his teammate.
That can be a very tight one between these two teammates, because remember, Cameron has got no purple sector 2, at least what has been shown by the minimap, as he's going for the Blanchimon. He has the chance for pole. It is 1 minute to go. Lepenru will barely have time to make a lap, as Cameron Dowd is about to cross the line and probably set a new pole position, as he's crossing the line right now, and he goes first with 41.6.
That's astounding lap by him.
It's not over yet, because remember...
Fanchi's crossed out the Rouge!
That's the end of the qualifying for the Aston Martin.
Oh, and I think he just started off a medium, so P14. What happened to him? I'm sticking on board with Cameron. I think he bounced off the wall and he smashed to the right side.
As Wagoner spins round and hits... Well, actually hits the wall where Giovinazzi hit the wall back in 2019.
Team is 1.2 up right now as well in the Williams, so he could actually get near the front row.
Look at Yami at the moment as he's coming through the Blanchimon We'll switch to Axel later on, but about now, the Williams driver is about to possibly make pole position lap time as maybe not pole position, but third place
Just,
is possible as he
just
crosses
arrived
line.
3 seconds. Oh, I nearly got 9,000s.
That's been huge.
And Actor has managed to start a lap, but he needs this lap to get pole position now. Mark was abandoning his lap. He will be P4 at highest.
Slip and spins out as well, losing his front wing. That's the end of the qualifying for the Frenchman.
Ken jumps to P4 now. So Ken saved his best lap for last as usual. Axel's retired.
Well,
He's
he's crashed
out.
through Le Comp.
Oh, so Axel's going to start P3. Oh. And that's the end of qualifying. It's just Cameron to get to the pits.
Liam
no,
retires.
but
We've got many retirements.
Rosoli's come to the line now. P16. Is he going to abandon that? No, he's going to finish it here. Comes to the line now. And P6 for him.
And he's
And now
just 10 milliseconds ahead of Enzo.
And Kavakovs will not get a lap. He's invalidated yet again, so he will start in last position here at Spa.
Well, at least he can watch the chaos rather than participate in it. And he's heavily cut the chicane.
Okay, so Cameron, if you're listening to this, you can retire on track now. You're the only car left.
Yup. Officially,
Because-
Cameron doubts. That's his third, fourth, fifth. Wait. Sixth pole position of the season. Just to compare, Diogo Moraes has 2. And what
Yep.
I'm saying about that is in the potential championship fight, because we might have a decider today, because it all depends if Diogo can get closer to Cameron in the championship. Every point counts, and that means pole position point is also counts to that, because we have a rule that you can get a point for pole position, but you have to also have to cross the line and finish the race. Anyway,
Okay, so
Cameron Dowds, Jami Hyman, Aurelien Lepenro, Kalle Pulkkinen, Marco Botta, Yanni Ducro, Enzo Tebani, Ferry Wagener, Josh Evans, Michael Engelian. That's the top 10. The rest being Thomas Bowman, Chibuget Jukuma, Diogo Moraes, Hassan Akça, Liam Cross, Francesco Sanzoni, Axel Frabul, and Kasper Kolasa. On the final spot on the grid today, we're having 18. And we're going to the race where we are about to see rain, but in 30 minutes. At least that's what the game told us the qualifying session.
yeah, and obviously the top 10. Obviously, everyone out of the top 10 is definitely going to pick mediums. Unless you have that one person who literally decides, "Oh, I'm going to go for hards." Coutinho.
Who's gone for hards?
I don't know, but I just know that you'd be the type of person who would do that.
I'd go for mediums in that conditions. In those conditions.
Just make everyone pick their fuel and tyre strategy pits.
Yep. And meanwhile, we'll quickly go through the standings. Cameron Dowds 207 points, Diogo Moraes 150, Aurelien Lepenro 132, Chibuga Chukuma 80, Kalle Pulkkinen 76, Joshua Evans 71, Michael Engelian 66, Stein Aves 46, Liam Cross 43. That's the top 10. Also, don't forget Miloš Darunia 155.
Conversion lap, everyone. Liam's gone softs.
And I'm wondering about the weather conditions. What does the Jeff tell to the drivers? And also, Wagener, congratulations for being disqualified with Josh Evans.
Oh, God. Their tyres are going to be stone cold.
Don't worry also, because this is just a formation lap. When you get disqualified in the formation lap, you just don't have your warm tires. They will be cold.
Yeah, Josh has apologised. It was his fault, apparently. But that means their tyres are going to be super cold, and they've got a full lap to wait.
And hello, Jack, to the chat on our stream chat. How you've been doing, and if there's a chance, is there a chance we'll see you racing in this season? Like,
Yeah,
one
so
of the
it's-
races?
Coutinho, so what do you think's going to happen at turn 1?
2012.
No, today.
Or 2018. I'd be more happy with 2018. This would be in Yami Hyman taking the lead.
Wait, that means... So that means the guy who was leading the championship will be crashed out. And the guy who was so far behind and points... Oh. You're saying that Cameron might crash out and Axel might take the win?
Maybe.
Okay, so Cameron, if you crash out, you know who you're blaming.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now my game's starting to glitch
Especially
out again.
Cameron's done, he's the chance.
Oh, Axel! What's happened to Axel?
He's having kind of a big gap, meanwhile.
Oh, yeah, my game's freaking kicked this again. Oh, for Pete's sake, man! Yeah.
Well, Cameron Dowds, Yami Hyman, and Aurélien Le Pen, top 3 lockout by the blue cars, at least. Not a front row lockout for Red Bulls, who have done a solid performance in Imola today, but we're only saying a solid performance because I don't want any spoilers.
They better not spoil the race.
Yeah. Then we've got Alfa Romeo of Kalle Pulkkinen and Marco Botta on the 5th. Any driver today can take the lead into turn 1 of this Belgian Grand Prix, as we are waiting for the lights to go and actually appear. As we're having 3, 4, 5 red lights ahead of us, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go. And looks like Cameron has got so decent start, he will be safely taking the lead ahead of Yami Hyman, and maybe even Le Pen will try to take the front row, or actually the second place, as Cameron is clearly on the lead of this Grand Prix ahead of Yami Hyman. So the top 5, even top 6 hasn't even changed. Behind them, wheel to wheel, is Alpine of Wagner with a Williams. Going for the 7th place.
Hey, I'm back.
Zenzo Tebani loses another place to Chibuga Chukuma. He was the Williams who was going wheel to wheel. Also McLaren Thomas Bowman takes the lead.
I was going to say, Combs is now the next car onto Josh's tail. Josh's tyres obviously are still very cold. And, Josh is looking at the inside here!
As Enzo might be losing another place around here. He might have some wing damage after Wagner forcing him off track, but Josh takes the position number 10 and might be Diogo taking the place as well.
Liam's got P18 now!
He's lost 2 places as well, so...
He's got no front wing damage, it looks like, but it's just he off the car.
Yeah, but it might have been a moment.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cameron is starting to streak away from the Williams, which I literally forgot the name because I am stupid.
Yup, as it's Yami Hyman not using ERS, but he's closing down on Cameron Dowds. As Josh makes another move.
He's got past stupid Thomas, so his tyres must be warmed up now.
Well, you can see this space on the very beginning of this race, even though he's got no ERS left on the start.
He's got to move on the outside! And he's done it! He went late on the brake and he gets around the outside of the bus stop.
Wow!
Of Thomas. And he's not
looking. He's having a go at Josh Evans at the moment. He goes down the inside and he might take the position number 9. No, it's not happening here yet. Josh keeps it tight on the 10th.
Cyber goes behind. They're side by side. Oh, do not go side by side of a Rouge. Oh, thankfully Cohen's backed out of it.
He'll be looking for a move later, or maybe into the comp. No, because Michael Angariel looks like he's got a decent exit out of the Radion. Thomas Bowman maybe making a move on Enzo Tebani as well, and taking back the 10th place. They are side by side into the comp, and it looks like Thomas is taking the place. He's right ahead. They are side by side. No, he's again right behind him. And looks like maybe we're going for a move.
Here goes Sniper on the inside. Oh, Thomas locks up, and he's going to lose 1, and there's Cold now.
And he's losing 2 places.
And that's unfortunately 1 lockup's cost him, and he might lose another position. Banshee's all over him now.
But I don't think he'll make a move through Puan, and he isn't making a move through Puan. Maybe on the exit, if you get a decent traction, you can try that one, but he's not doing it.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Yavi is keeping up a good pace with Cameron Dowds, who's trying to blitz away, but he can't do it yet. Well, Axel's got a bit of a train behind him now. All the way down to P9.
It's actually so big train that we go even for the 17th place. Not anymore.
Oh!
Axel Frobel is out.
And is that going to cause anything? Virtual safety car. Is any of the front guys going to pit?
Well,
Cameron-
Cameron
no.
stays out. Yami as well. Aurelio stays out as well.
Wait, drop it. Wait, drop it.
I might be going for the mediums and wait for the rain.
Yeah, but I've just noticed. You know, you remember I told you about a guy who hates this track?
He's 7.
Yeah, and he's on mediums. Remember?
He's on a decent start.
I know. It's the fact he could actually have a chance for a podium with this.
Actually, well, I can say, if you say you hate the track, you're getting a good result. If you say you love the track, you get DNF.
Yes.
And I actually quite like Spa. I found it challenging.
Let's go. Well, you had the wet race, so I can't blame you.
Yeah, I was just stupid. So look how Sonzoni is close to Bowman on the 12 and 13.
But look at FOM on Cameron. He's literally managed to stick up to him. I mean, Yami, sorry, I keep forgetting to say the real name.
I'll be saying this so often you will actually remember that one.
It's not my fault. I'm getting so used to not everyone. Yeah, alright. But the restart, Yami is trying to stick to Cameron before he goes.
Come on, we're having that DRS anyway. And also the safe VSC was surprisingly long that we have a restart right now.
He got a better restart. He's managed to cut the gap by half a 10.
And he didn't get any drive-through penalties. No drive-through penalties through this VSC, as Yami is indeed just behind the leader.
Josh and Loki side by side, and Josh is going to get the position. Oh, Martini raged at that apparently. But Josh gets past Loki. He must have had a bad restart, and Josh is now into P7. But Loki, remember, is on medium, so he just needs to stick to these guys as long as possible.
I didn't do a rage, just in case.
It just sounded like him, like, oh, he's not happy Loki got overtaken.
Supporting Mercedes, Mercedes biased.
Literally the train is now getting killed. Ken's got Marco all over his gearbox now.
And we can go for a move down the inside. No, this time around he isn't making it, but he might be going for one through after the Ero Radion.
Yami might be able to take the lead here.
And well, here comes the fun part as we are going through Erosh and Radion, as Yami Haman is very close to the leader of this race, Cameron Dowd.
He might lose an extra as well.
As Yami Haman takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. I was about to repeat one of the lines, but Le Pen has got Cameron as well.
So Cameron lost 2 positions here, but now he's behind his teammates. But now, is he going to stay there happily, or is he going to go back ahead of these guys? Is the big question.
Remember, he also has DRS now. But Yami on the lead of the race.
Josh is trying to catch up to this DRS because he has low key. He's fallen back, but he has Enzo and Sniper behind.
And so you can see Cameron being very close to Aurelian, his teammate. Well, they haven't got any collision yet, and that's fine, and I hope this stays like that.
Yeah, Axel's literally Sergio Perez, and Cameron is literally Verstappen. He pushes his teammates so hard.
As you can see, Cameron is using that bit of VRS. He's getting closer to his teammate. Fight with the second place. Wagener is out. From the other news, the sky is blue.
Yeah, and that's not going to cause anything.
Did you just hear what I have just said?
Oh, yeah, he hit the curbing on the before sector 3 line. So unfortunately, waging off from P4 on the grid. Unfortunately, tried to gamble on the strategy and it did not play out for him, unfortunately. But Axel's way back now.
He might be out of DRS. No, he is not yet. He's just in the DRS, but he's 9/10 behind. So he might be having a fight with his teammate Cameron Dowd through the longest chase. Not the commercial, the camel is that little corner.
Side by side, Red Bulls.
And it looks like Cameron might be taking the second place. They are wheel to wheel into the comp, and it's Cameron on top, just like in the championship.
Yep. But now he might lose DRS now because he's pulling away now.
As McLaren is fighting as well for the position number 12.
And Banshee's right behind these guys. He's ready to pounce. Cameron got to defend the inside, and he goes to the outside.
And then
Banshee's
goes wide.
He locked up and it had to fit, and he couldn't get the move back.
But that's having a bit of a scrap. Kasper Klasa lost it during the braking.
Yeah, but look, he's doing a really good job actually to keep up with Josh ahead of him.
And it looks like if Kasper has any damage, he has a very little one because he's not losing that much time.
Yep, so Cameron's
No,
managed
he's
to
having a big one. He's going literally 150 per
Oh,
hour.
Bozzoli. It's the first guy for penalties today.
And send into crowd.
Lap 5 already. As Cameron is using a lot of ERS to get back up to catch up to the guy. Obviously, the guy who both took him, Yami and Axel, obviously overtook him. But now he's looking for revenge, unless he's happily going to stay behind Yami now.
Because
I don't
remember
know.
how OP is DRS in this game.
Well, it's the Kemmel straight. It's literally one of the only straights that actually is fully straight that you can overtake.
Well, imagine if there was a DRS after Blanchimont.
Oh, no!
Anyway, Cameron Dowds is about to use the power of DRS and ERS maybe as well to get ahead of the Williams driver. Yami Heimann is about to lose a place because, as you can see, Cameron clearly has more power and less downforce, so he can take the lead.
Yep, as Ken is now trying to get past Axa as further back Banshee Super Thomas. As Super Thomas loses the position. And Sniper has 3 wide! Sniper's managed to go the inside of Loki and Codes and take the positions.
Wow.
I caught the end of that. I ain't getting Sniper's POV on that.
Well, that's gonna be a huge one for the best overtakes.
Yep.
He's done 2 in 1.
Yeah, because he was behind those guys before the start finish. Well, not start finish. Before the straight.
is getting ahead of Liam Cross, but that's just a fact to note.
Yeah,
As Liam loses it
Oh,
after the comp.
You jinxed it.
And also, he's back on track.
Well, there's not much else to say. Cameron's trying to get away of Yami, but he's struggling a bit. But Yami doesn't have much ERS left, so he might be starting to pull out of play soon. Because Cameron's saving his, while Yami's just trying to use it to catch back up to Cameron. But then he's going
to the bits. He's going to the bits. He's trying to undercut.
That's really early, surprisingly.
Does it mean if he goes to the mediums, that definitely means we're having no rain? Because remember, they told us there is a rain 30 minutes into the race.
But remember, there's no clouds yet, so I don't think that actually might have hit.
Yep, that's mediums.
Yep, so he's going to the end. He's going to try. He's going to clean track 2, which could play out for him. Axa might be under attack by Kenny, because Kenny has DRS. Axa does not. Ken is catching. Is he going to go on the move? Goes to the outside! And he's backed out the move.
He also had to watch out for Marco Votab right behind him, because last time he was also keen to do an overtake.
Goes to the Pacific Sniper. He gets 2 positions at the end of the Kennel Straight. Why? Yep. That's
Is Francesco Sonzoni about to make him over a load on Chibukem as well? Well, I don't think so. They will be happy to stay behind. We're going back to the front of the grid. The top 5 drivers, even though Yanni has got 3-second time penalty. And he's theoretically being chased down by Josh. Very close they are to each other. It's maybe 3 seconds, but he has 3-second time penalty, so it's like 20,000 per second at the moment.
Yep, as Axa is just not able to keep to his teammate. Cameron is blitzing away.
And I can see clouds, I'm just telling you.
Oh yeah, over sector 1. Yeah, you never know. But the question is Cameron going to react to Yavi's pit stop? As Cameron's coming to the corner now. No,
he stays out.
Not.
So the drivers are putting us into a very big confusion.
Marco's pitted. He's the only one pitted in that group.
He was the one who got a puncture last season during those changeable conditions. Do I remember that right?
Nick and also Enzo pits, it looks like. Medium's going on. So yeah, everyone is going for one stop, soft medium or medium soft.
Lepender should be just in the DRS of Cameron, and he is. Top 3 has gone away, that looks like.
Oh, as I've just caught onto Fancy. He's on the brie of Loki now. Loki is trying to get past the sneak. Oh, this might be another free wide moment. It's not Fancy! And Fancy was squeezed and it's got
That's the wing damage! That's the wing damage for the Aston Martin.
He blocked as Loki put his course. The sniper was in the way. And Loki's managed to get the position. Sniper's now struggling behind the car. It's got no fucking. Super Thomas might get both of them, and he does.
He uses the situation. He goes for a gap and takes it as Michael Gallian again slightly hits the Italian. As I'm not sure what Francesco is doing here. Maybe probably sacrificing himself, not let the Mercedes get the decent result, but he has. Yeah, he's got Marco as a teammate. As we're having them going side by side nearly through the Staffalo, and Michael this time finally goes ahead of the Aston Martin, and it will be Hassan going ahead soon. As Francesco is out of the track, Hassan takes the position number 10, is officially in the points. Yami Hyman is about to make a move on him as well.
Oh, it's Axel Pitts on the front route now.
Also Yami takes the 11th, but I see Yanni goes as well.
And Bolzoli too. Yeah, sorry. My name.
Third, by the way.
Yeah, Collins is obviously on the medians, and he's going to try and stretch this stint as long as possible.
Same probably as...
Oh, yeah, Fancy retires. That was fun.
Great.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Okay, so Marco is now into P10, and there's Actor just right ahead of him. So the undercut might actually help Marco to get past Axel because he's going to have DRS, remember?
He was like three places behind the Red Bull, now he's directly behind him and he's giving the DRS, which means he may be going for a move anytime soon. He's lifting off.
Oh, wow, I didn't expect him to lift off, especially during this time. But
he's happy to stay within DRS.
Yami is right behind Hassan here in the Ferrari. And Hassan goes wide and Yami's going to the inside. And he's going to get the position. Low-key now gets a penalty for track limits. But remember, he has not pitted yet. And look how dark it's getting.
And this might be a rain anytime soon.
Oh, God, imagine the scenes. Ken and Cameron are obviously just streaking away in 1 and 2. Now, the question is, when is the first raindrops going to start happening?
Well, as I said, lap 14 for me it is on my pre-race predictions, but we will see, because it might be not early enough for the softs to survive.
I'm going to say, is Cameron going to pit? Cameron does not pit. I think Cameron knows that when it's coming, so he's going to extend. Okay. Enzo is going round the outside sniper.
Sorry to disturb you, but Yami, and that was indeed a great move.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Enzo is the other Williams.
Oh my gosh! Josh just stopped in the front stretch and Loki's runs right into the rear of him.
We've got yellow flags in sector 3 as well. Josh.
Oh, I think
well, he's having wing damage.
No, Loki's got front wing damage. Look at him.
Well, that has been an incident between these two.
I think Josh's pedals just failed on him.
As we've got yellow flags again, he spun.
No, he hasn't. He stopped. Josh's pedals have broken, I think. And he's stopping to let everyone past him. So Josh, unfortunately, is going to be out with this chance for a good finish now.
Yup, he's about to recover them. He's back on track.
As Marco gets past Axel, he actually didn't stay behind him this time. And here comes Marco and Axel onto Low-Key. And Low-Key's got
will get the Mercedes.
Hold on. I just realised Axel's got him soft.
He's actually pushing.
He's gambling for the rain.
It is going to happen because Cameron isn't pitting at all.
So Axel could do a master stroke if he can get a good enough speed built on these tyres. But Loki is going to be out. The points, unfortunately. Now Josh is going to be out the points with something going on with his issue. And I know Loki
makes a move on Chibukem as well, but that's something just to be done and go further, as it looks like Yami is also within DRS of Thomas Bowman.
But now the question is, when is the first drop to rain going to happen? We're on lap 11 now, halfway through the race now.
It's going to be a bit brighter right now, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, but just you got to wait for the little raindrops to start falling. Loki's in the pits now. And no, Loki's not pitting!
He's staying out.
So he thinks they probably think the rain's due now.
As
Josh
Josh
is
is about to get him as well.
Yeah.
Josh is pitting.
I think Josh is the time because his pedals have acted up so bad. And as there goes, Super Thomas has been overtaken by Yami.
And
The
that's
P4
a clear
now.
4th place. And he's like 12 seconds behind Cameron. Just let me make that clear. Yes, he is 12 seconds. Even 11.
And there's no rain yet, so this could work out for it. Because Cameron and him are definitely waiting for the rain, but they could be in puncher territory soon.
Well, remember who's got puncture in lap 14? It was Lepenu, who's currently on the 8th last season.
But remember, he's pitted obviously for new stock.
Yeah.
There it is, it's the rain!
And you can see on the Haas there are, or maybe better in the Alpha, there are indeed raindrops on the track. The rain is officially falling, so you might be having to switch to Inters anytime now. The one who actually wins out a lot on that is Diogo Moraes, who's currently in 3rd place, and the 2 soft runners in front. Surprisingly, Kyle Buchanan is still keeping up with Cameron, maybe even getting into the DRS side very soon. He's just 1/10 off that.
Yeah, but it's going to be seen. The question is, can Cameron catch up to these two? Not Cameron, Cones, before the rain gets heavy, because these two ahead of them are going to start struggling now for tyres, because obviously their softs are going to be well past their expiry dates.
As you can see, Kalle is lifting up for the Eros Radion, so this might be a sign that the rain is either getting heavier or the tyres are just worn.
Yeah, but remember, if the DRS gets deactivated, that's going to work for them. They need to hold off Cones, who's going to be he's going to start getting close to these guys now, because their softs are going to be going off. Currently 2.7 the gap. As Marco gets past Axel to free wide yet again in the Kemmel Straight.
And the winner of that might be the Red Bull. Yes, it is the Red Bull of Aurelian.
I just realised it literally was Mika Hakkinen and Mika Schumacher moments. They both went beside on the other side of Sniper. Wow. I'd definitely get a POV of that from Sniper. But look at the gap now. Coles is getting 5 tenths here.
Yup, he's 3.3 seconds now from the leader of the Grand Prix. Kyle Buchanan might be still within the DRS, or he still isn't. It's still around 1.2.
Yeah, but now these guys, obviously, their tyres, they have to pit this lap on. They're going to hope the rain gets heavier, because their tyres are going to be shot by now.
If I was Kyle, I would just use all of the ERS right now.
Yeah, Coles just got the gap under 2 seconds now. It was 2.7 around at the start of the lap.
Liam gets past Chibukem, so I don't think this decision to stay out
Cameron's not
was best.
Both cars do not pit in the top 2.
So it's not heavy enough yet. Hassan is out of the race with Yanni, so there must have been an incident between these two. There is a safety car being deployed.
Now who's going to pit? Because obviously that's going to be the big thing here. Axel, Super Thomas, Marco, is everyone going to be pitting now for me Inters?
So yes, everyone starting from Thomas Bowman is pitting.
Sniper's pitting for me. Look at mediums from when he came in. Axel's got mediums.
That is some bad luck.
Oh, unless Axel actually went to mediums. Oh no.
Must have been big one, by the way, between Yanni and Hassan, because, well, they have taken each other out for the Grand Prix. And whoever hasn't pitted, well, I'm trying to think now, who is the winner out of this one? I think the top 4 might be the winners, all of them, because they will stay out on the positions and still pit for Inters. By the way, let's check out the tyres. Yup.
So as Josh has gone softs, but Josh hasn't pitted.
Yep, because the rain wasn't here yet, or just was so light that it wasn't even paying out to go for Inters. But I think
Yeah.
that Cameron Dowds will still lead the race after the pit stop because he's like 30 seconds ahead of Thomas Bowman.
23 apparently to Javi, so yeah, he could still keep the lead. But at the question mark for me. Because the question is, does he think the rain's just going to pass? Or is he thinking that he picked the wrong
Pitting, they're
tyres?
both pitting. It was clear
Yep.
that they will do that.
Cohen's pits, and then obviously Yami has to pit because he has to follow everyone else. Yep. So everyone, apart from a few guys, is going to be on inters, I feel like. Cameron's on inters, Cohen's, and Ken. Ken, though, could be in a net P2, which is a really great thing as Mosley leaves the session. Ken, and there is Yami come to this pit stop now. So only car that's not on meet inters. As Axel is staying out, he is not pitting. So
He
Axel
thinks.
Wait, yeah, so the rain might back off, he's thinking. But Axel, look at the track already, because the tyre marks are starting to pop up. Oh, Axel, no!
He's actually finished his race. If the rain doesn't go out in minutes.
This is when the rain just dies off straight away. But no, as you said, with Cameron will still lead. Ken's now in P2, and Coles is P3 from where he started, remember?
Just saying, the fastest lap of this race is going to Yami Hyman. He is definitely getting that point as long as he finishes his Grand Prix.
Well, remember, Coles started in P13, and now he's in
Oh, so
P3.
It's just
Cameron's
one penalty, come on. If it was many, I would be scared then.
But I feel like there's going to be a few reports I can tell already.
Definitely between Hassan and Yanni.
No, I bet the low-key one and Josh one I feel like is going to be reported.
As you can see the Penroof burning some fuel out. This is one of the techniques. You just go full throttle on the third gear, add a little bit of brake. It's actually a brake tap. So you can go with maximum rotation and get those fuel burning, and you don't overheat your tires or anything.
Wait, hold on. Liam's pitted again for soft. I just clocked that.
Are we having Season 6 Austria now?
Oh my! Oh wow! Gosh, remember that? You mean when Google and Axel went through the rain on medians?
Axel wasn't medium back then.
I think yeah, it was Axel and Google the only ones who did not pit, and obviously Google just managed to win at the last corner.
That was huge. You can watch the short after the stream finishes. And in terms of question of driving, normally it's incident between these two, and we don't even know what happened out there. So we need a video.
So I think we're gonna have one more lap safety car because Loki's dropped off quite a bit. I think he's got on the Delta still.
Oh, he's pushing normally, I guess.
Yeah, I mean obviously the gap was nearly 10 seconds, so he must have got a Delta caught on him.
So what we are having right now, considering it doesn't rain more. Yesterday we got rain, but no rain, but inters. Now we're having rain, but still slicks. If Liam doesn't pit, that's the truth, and yes, it is true. And might stay for a couple of laps. So I don't know who's going to win out right now.
Yeah, but it's a more fact I'm worried about Axel because the rain's, I don't know, the rain's really inconsistent. I don't know if it's heavy or it's literally light.
It's crossover. It's crossover. I can see already water standing on the track. You can see maybe not the big ones, but it's happening.
Yeah, so Axel's going to have a lot of fun for this restart to have his tyres warmed up.
I wonder what is going to happen in the closing stages. Maybe he's being told that the rain is stopping in 5 minutes.
No, Josh still hasn't pitted. I'm not surprised. He's still on the softy pitted.
As Cameron gets nearly side by side with the safety car, I have seen 2 drivers being disqualified due to overtaking safety car in a free race yesterday.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, it did happen.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, God. Well, I think that happened to me last season in 2020. Someone overtook the safety car in Silverstone pit lane, and he got disqualified instantly.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that was last year's game.
Seriously? As it looks like Cameron is about to restart the race in this lap. The safety car should be in this lap because we've got everyone packed up and in the queue. And I feel like we're having a restart in any time soon. Once the Bermelander crosses the sector 3, he will not lead the race anymore, he will just go to the pit lane. And maybe retire from the race, because I don't think he will have any more safety cars, maybe. Or maybe. I don't know. Just to confirm my words, yes, it is going in this lap. So Cameron has now to manage this restart perfectly, but I'm more worried about the slick runners, because they have decided to go bold with the strategies. As well, if you go mediums on inter period, like right now, because you can see the rain, I don't think your tires are going to be any fast. They're just going to be lapped down like me, I'm afraid. Or if they can keep it up for some reason. We'll see. We have seen a couple of drivers in Ero history to try going on slicks through the inter period, like Mike Truss back in season 5 in French Grand Prix, or even Guil back in season 6 in the Austrian Grand Prix. So, right now, we're having Cameron Doubts restarting the Belgian Grand Prix, safety cars officially in the pit, and we're having a green flag in second as Cameron is on the bus stop chicane.
Oh, he's stop! And there goes Cameron is side by side!
As you can see, overtaking is still forbidden before the lights go green. Now, Diogo Moraes can overtake Carl Pulkin and sit right on the bus stop.
Marcos had to give up positions up because he illegally overtook. He's now all the way down to P10.
As Kasper Klasa nearly spins round after contact with Enzo Tabani for the battle for the 7th place, that might be not yet conditions for the Inter tires.
And but AXA has dropped off massively. But Cameron's time to restart is now 1.7 already. And Ken and Corbin are battling for P2 now.
And Diogo looks like will take the 2nd place safely. As the 1st in the championship and 2nd in the championship in the first 2 places.
Yeah, but Ken obviously is looking for a podium. Unless Super Thomas can get his first F1 podium here, a lot with Jamie behind.
There might be a big chance for him, and I'm wondering if Kasper Klasa has got wing damage because he's hit Enzo Tabani definitely in into turn 1. But I don't feel like, unless a very minor one.
It's going to wait and see as AXA and Liam are now skating their way through sector 2. Unfortunately, I think their gamble's not going to work with 6 laps to go.
Well, I think it's definitely Inter's now. Definitely Inter's. It was crossover a lap ago. Enzo Tabani nearly lost it with Stavelot.
Fair.
And I can see Cameron feeling a bit more confident in those wet conditions. He's already getting a 10th away from Diogo Moraes, another 10th actually. Le Pen in the battle with William Cross on the sticks on the Inter tires for the 11th, by the way. And Josh Blake left behind even though he's on the Inters.
Yeah, but Cameron is going to be 1.7 ahead, 1.8 as we start lap 17. 5 more laps and 4 to go. And obviously, it looks like his wet running is still solid as usual for Cameron. Cohen's could be on for a great podium. And obviously, Ken has to hold off the cars all behind him now.
And I feel like Thomas Bowman, if he uses a bit of ERS, he might be going for a move soon. Unless he casts the Ero Ps massively, but no, he does not. Kalle Plukinen is about to defend his position for Thomas Bowman soon. Same as Thomas from Miami. Because the gap is just 2 tenths, but the gap between the 3rd and 4th is 7 tenths. Just around 7 tenths. Might be getting smaller right now. Good exit from Thomas through from the Lecombe chicane.
Yeah, as AXA and Liam have both pitted for Inters, so unfortunately now are going to be P12 and 13, which is last.
Yeah. And half lap down.
Yep. So Cameron is just trying to manage the gap to take another victory in his championship charge.
what we are looking for is, well, battle for possibly third place. At least fourth is going to be the one to watch. Because Yami is eager to make a move on Thomas anytime soon. He feels he's faster than the Dashman and the McLaren.
Yeah, but it's the fact that Ken's got to just get the right time, and Super Thomas needs to catch back up. I hope Ken makes a mistake.
We're having 5 laps to go very soon in this Belgian Grand Prix. As Yami goes wide, he gets the penalty. So he must make a move right now and try to get away from Thomas by 3 seconds.
Oh no, he's doing it again. He's doing the outside move again. And Super Thomas just notices the last seconds. And he's going to go for it. Yami's on the outside of the bus stop. Is he going for a switchback at Lewis did? And no, he's going late in the brakes.
He goes to move around the outside and takes the
Oh,
Alison
what
track.
a move on the bus, around the turn 1. And he's going to do it. Super Thomas has to yield now.
So now the task for Yami is to get away by at least 3 seconds to secure his 4th place. As Thomas might be under pressure from Michael and Gillian for position number 6 as well. And he has to defend his 5th place as well.
Yep, but Cameron is actually starting. Cones is not letting Cameron run away with this. The gap's now starting to go a bit down now. It's now 1.4.
Colossally now
Cameron-
gets 3 seconds.
Cones has managed to keep up to Cameron in the wet.
And he's
He's
still
cut-
gaining.
Yeah, so Cones could prove a late challenge here. Could he do a P13 to maybe the win? As I've just noticed how heavy the rain is.
It might be wet very soon.
Yep, it is Belgium, remember? When it rains, it gets really heavy.
And we know that from last year's Belgian Grand Prix. Marco Botta gets this as well.
Oh, that's not good for him for his finish position. But Super Thomas is now struggling to keep with the Yami now. And Ayami's now on the charge for the... It's just trying to get the gap built to stay in his P4.
As Diogo Moreira is just 1.2 seconds. Also, Cameron has got way less ERS. He's got around 50%. Diogo has 70.
Yeah, it's just more the fact that obviously can Coens has enough... Is Coen having enough time as now Axel gets a penalty. And it's got Marco and Loki in the bus stop.
And they are
And
going
Marco-
side by side for the chicane as
Marco-
Marco makes a place.
Yep, Loki, is he going to look back at him at turn 1?
Yep, he's going
And-
to, but Marco moves a bit under braking.
That
To be
threw off.
honest.
But Loki might have the better exit here.
Oh, he's not getting a better exit, I can see already.
Yeah, I think he's struggling on acceleration a bit.
Thomas
I
Mina
see
gets
what
this
Thomas-
as well.
Now everyone's trying to get penalties now. This is going to
Oh,
impact the finish.
Shibuya has got a bit of a moment. He avoided probably a warning. But that was a huge one for him.
Yep, as Cameron is now pulled away from Coens again. So these two are going to probably go and battle to the end for the gap.
We'll see actually a gap after this lap because it was 1.3 when they crossed the line to start lap number 19. It's 1.1 at the moment. It's 1.0. He might be getting into the side of the theoretical DRS, because we remember we've got DRS disabled because it's actually raining. So that's why we say in theory.
Yeah, but it's the fact that Cameron just needs to keep up this drive because I feel like the conditions are wet now. I feel just by how heavy the rain's getting. And also this might be where Cameron's Cameron's struggling a bit compared to Coens. As now Liam's now, everyone's getting the warnings now and penalties.
Yup, Liam as well. We're probably having a new warning soon. Yup!
Oh, that-
I jinxed it! It's Josh Evans with a 3
So
second
without doubt, we are down to 5 drivers with no penalties. Great times. I'm actually going to check something quickly for the top 2.
Just tell if it's
Right.
interesting or not.
Nah, it's not. It's not. The top 3 are so consistent, to say the least.
Yup. And the gap
but-
between Diogo and Cameron's around 1.1. Do you remember what happened when the heavy rain came out in Mexico on the final laps of that race back in season 6?
Yeah, when Cameron nicked it on the last corner.
I actually didn't get to see it because I was back in 13 thinking that the Wets might gamble. They actually gambled, but it was too far from making any moves.
Yeah, just about the fact that obviously these guys are just going to manage their tyres now because the Inters are going to start feeling a bit off now on how heavy the rain is.
Yep, as
And
you can
Cole-
see, Michael
Cole
is
is-
about to make a move on Thomas Bowman as well.
Yeah, after Sniper is another guy you got to watch out. He's really good in the rain, as proved by last season in F2.
And in F1 as well, yes, he's got the podium.
Yep, as Marco's now getting past Kappa Cox around the outside. Kappa Cox dies the move.
And that
Oh,
wasn't the best idea, I guess. They touched.
They nearly spun each other out there. And now he's trying to defend Loki. Loki's going to the outside. Kappa Cox pushes him wide.
And still defends that in.
Oh, look at Coons.
Yep, I know he's 8 tenths behind Cameron. Even 7 tenths now. He's having still 20% more ERS compared to the Red Bull driver. We are going to
I'm a-
penultimate lap of this race. And this
Oh,
race
yeah.
is pretty much the championship decider, because if Diogo loses out on this one, the gap is going to be 65 points. At least, if it stays like that.
Yeah, but Cameron's struggling in these conditions while Coons is thriving. As meanwhile, behind him, Yami and Ken are battling for the last podium spot. Ken cannot shake him off, and he's just sticking to him all the way around the track.
Despite the fact Yami locks up heavily, he's still gaining a lot of time to his countrymen.
Yep, as Cameron has now built the gap back up a little bit. So Coach is much better in the corners.
And Enzo Tabani is getting better than Michael Geldi. That might be a bit of an interesting
Oh,
battle around here.
Sniper for P6 here. Look how close the Williams is behind him now.
But Williams looks like to be lifting off. Enzo
He
stays
did-
currently on the 7.
Yep, as Ken still. Oh, Yami nearly loses it.
He's
You actually
still
catch the
4th.
But he's caught 4. He's lost 4 attempts to Ken ahead of him.
As Diogo loses
As
the
a-
esports light right now, he's going around 7 tenths behind Cameron, so it might be down to the last lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. As we are watching the final lap of this race. As I said, this is pretty much the championship decider, because if Cameron wins in Saudi Arabia Grand Prix as well, and Diogo is going to finish 3rd or lower, this might be the championship over for the Portuguese driver, and he will have to settle down for 2nd.
Yeah, but there's obviously loads of battles going on. P5, Super Thomas, obviously got Sniper and Enzo behind him.
As
And
you can
then,
see, Cameron out, and Diogo Moraes starting the final lap of this. I think Diogo might be just too far to think about making a move.
Well,
Especially
look,
to
look at Cameron's ERS. Cameron's been using a lot now to hold the gap.
Yup, so Diogo has to use everything right now in order to get closer to his potential championship rival, who's using ERS so much he's just having 10% of it. As meanwhile, Colossal fights Chukfuma into turn 1 for position number 9, and the Mercedes has done a move officially, or maybe not. Colossal is just right behind him, just in case Diogo and Cameron are just a bit too far away to follow them. As you can see, Colossal making move. They made contact. This might have forced Chibukem off, as they are going side by side into Lecombe, and Chibukem is looking to squeeze Casper a bit, but who will make the 9th place? Who will take the 9th after Lecombe? And looks like it's going to be the McLaren back for the 2 points position.
Yeah, Loki locked up a bit there and hit the side pod of Kappa Cox
And you
there.
can see how much the McLaren is weaving into the next hairpin, the Brustles, and he still stays ahead of the Mercedes. Wow.
Yeah, as meanwhile Cameron is holding up Coach. Coach had a bit of a moment there. Loki gets another one. Oh no.
As you can see, Chibuka Chukfuma is having another physical type penalty. This definitely places him in the 10th place. And can Diogo at least think of a move on Cameron Doubts? And
No,
the final
he-
corner, he's a bit
he's
too
way-
far, but he can
he's
risk
way
it for the championship chances. And he's
No, he
looking
caught him.
for a move. He's
He caught
probably
him.
thinking of going around the outside. No, not yet. And
But,
this means
um,
Cameron Doubts takes the victory in the Belgian Grand Prix and puts his one hand down in the championship.
And Ken is going to hold on for the podium.
And
After
that's
a great battle for P3, and now it's P4 for Yami.
Yep.
And Sniper gets P, another solid result by the Austrian, P5.
As you can see, Chibukem is about to make a move around the outside, and they're going to finish it side by side. And it's Kasper Kosa just ahead by a single millisecond.
But it was the penalties. I think that's what got low key.
Yeah, those were the penalties, but on track they finished 1 millisecond from each other.
Yeah, I know. But Loki is going to get a point at least out of this race.
As
Marcus
Josh finishes slowly, maybe doing some donuts. Yup, we guessed it.
Marcus
Okay, he's going to finish the line, to finish this race backwards. That's a good way to celebrate the finish with no points. Liam crossed the foot about to move. Only a pen on the last corner, but not worth it. He's just finished last and Axel spins out as well. That's an entertaining end of this race.
Oh, that was a nice exchange in positions to this. Collins deservedly gets driver of the day from P13 to P2, nearly the race victory.
As one of the former race winners of Ero back in Season 5 is cheering for Kalle, who's got a podium, and not the first podium, it is the third podium and third on the third. The gap between Dowds and Moraes is now 65 points. Also, I need to remember that Yami Hyman has got the fastest time of this race.
Yay! Oh, no. Hey, but Cameron Dowd gets yet another victory to add to his name for his championship hunt. Collins is P2, and Ken gets another podium this season in Alfa Romeo. And then Yami P4, Sniper yet another solid result by the Austrian. I don't know why I said Australian there, maybe. Then Enzo, Super Thomas, Marco, Cavacos, and Low Key rounds off the points. Then Josh, Liam, Axa, Bozzoli, Hassan, Fanchi, Wagner, and Axel. So that was an interesting race at Belgium.
Yes, that's right. There's also a lot of DNFs, to be honest.
Well,
But that's
only
what you expect from this track, apparently.
Yeah.
Just in case, the reason I roasted Wagner for his DNFing, because he's finished just 3 races in this season.
And I put his qualifying pace really good in his race paces as well.
He got a practice for Saudi Arabia, which is in 2 weeks' time, but it is not the end of this stream, as we're having the top 3 conference anytime soon. As usual, just one more look to the standings, and I'll be switching to screens. I'm switching to the conference room, by the way. Okay. So it's Diogo, it's Cameron, it's Kalle, F1 Conference VC. That's the conference room at the moment. Kolasa is just reporting that he has been without a front wing twice and still got points. Happy days for McLaren, who's finished in the points for the 4th time in a row. And I'm also need to of updating the standings from the Hungarian Grand Prix, because it looks like I forgot about them. Yes, amateur mistake. Where is the F1 report? Yes, here. So it was Yami Hyman with 1 point, Marek Incho with 2. Wait, how did it end up? Josh has 10 for Hungary, and Gary has 12. Then we've got Chukwuma 8, Cross 6, Yalmir 4, Yencho 2, Hyman 1. Or actually Juan. and that shakes up the standings a little bit in terms of drivers. So maybe, well, while still waiting. Oh no, we've got Diogo and Kale here. Hello.
Hi.
You have probably heard me busy doing the standings. First question before Luke joins and makes a proper conference. I need to ask you about tire wear. Kale, what was in the softs, of course.
In the softs, probably it was close to 78, 75 maybe on the
75%. Diogo was on medium, so I don't really need to ask. But also the second question: when did Jeff tell you? When Jeff said there is going to be a rain, like if you got the notification from the formation lap was what?
in formation lap it was something like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah. 10 to 15.
And that actually got a bit longer.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Same question actually goes to Cameron in terms of tire wear on the soft.
Blind.
I was on 70. When I pitted, I was on 74.
Well, that's huge. That's huge. And now I'm letting Luke do his questions.
Why? I've just joined.
Yeah, but you're doing the conferences where I do standings.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Who? So am I start? Have you done anyone yet or not?
I just asked about the tire wear.
Okay, then. So I guess we'll start with Ken and P3 today. Another podium to add to his name for F1. So, Ken, how did you feel about after the end of the qualifying? Because I finished you P4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And how did you feel about obviously going into the race after that?
Well, qualifying was pretty maximum. I think in perfect lap I would be in P3 maybe or not. I'm not quite sure, but in race I was thinking about pitching that page maybe, but then I was thinking about maybe following Cameron what he does, and that was pretty right call. And then when safety car ended, I was about to let Collins back because he's so much faster than me, and then yeah. But later the race I was changing against FMRT, I think, and yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm quite happy to be back to the podium because my last 5 races have been pretty
Yeah,
terrible.
And this has proven the point that you're carrying Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but so how did you feel about the battle? Obviously, just keeping up with Cameron during the soft period, obviously.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised that I was able to keep with Cameron because he's quite fast, and one time I got DRS on the main start, but didn't get on the Camel start. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's because I think that you didn't have a very good start of the safety car restart, didn't you?
Not really, because my tires were pretty cold, and
Yeah, because I think you locked up at the bus stop, didn't you? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then I've seen unfortunately after that you were just fighting to keep the car straight because you had Cameron. I mean, you had cones up, all over you for the start.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously, well, unless Martino's got anything else, or all right, Martino's dead. So obviously, well done, Ken, for P3 today. I've seen another great podium by you.
Thank you.
And then we go to Cameron. I mean, not Cameron. Freaking hell, Collins. Obviously, going all the way from P13 into P3 after only doing one lap on mediums.
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
Yeah, because of the rain. I saw that it would rain in the end of the race. So I tried to qualify on the mediums. And I didn't practice at all for this race. My quali pace was rubbish. And I thought, you know what? Nah, never mind. I don't want to get P5, P6 on the softs. Let's see what I can do with the mediums, and gain confidence with the mediums on the race. Yeah, gambled on that. But when the race starts, I was probably thinking that the softs would make it to the rain. But then Jeff kept telling that raining 10, raining 10, raining 10, and the laps went through. And if it wasn't for that safety car, at 12 or 13, probably it would have been the master class strategy. But yeah, good result after all. I don't think I could have make a podium with my pace in quali and started on soft. So yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
chose the mediums.
Yeah, but you obviously managed to get your speed done in the mediums, get past all the incidents and all the cars by battling. Because I think you were involved. You did a double overtake, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
think
caught Sniper doing it. Sniper did it a
yeah.
lap before, and then you did it the lap after.
Yeah, it was Sniper and I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, Sniper overtook him on the inside, really in the inside, but he broke really early, and I was kind of pushed to make the double overtake because I just wanted to overtake I can't remember who. Uh, uh, Never mind. But I was only to overtake the other guy on the mediums. Sniper broke really early. I was surprised, and yeah, there was a touch. I think no one got damage. But if it was, my bad. And apologies for them. But yeah, I was surprised and had to react really.
Yeah, but it's another slow drive, and this does help you in P2 in the standings because Mr. Cameron over there is just absolutely blitzing away from everyone. Because Martini, what's the gap right now?
65.
Yeah, that's how
Why
far he's
is it
ahead.
4 points more?
Oh, you freaking child! You absolute child. Okay, but obviously, well done, obviously, Corns for another podium today. Unfortunately, just losing out to the man that is Cameron.
I mean, my battle is with Kale, with Axe. I mean,
So
Cameron
Cam,
is in
yeah, so
another league,
that
so
means
yeah.
Cameron has to retire now.
Well, he's
Okay.
DNF.
No, I meant I retire from the season to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
just in case
get
Cameron
him out
dies.
of the league, please. 65 points. I think I can do that. Yeah, get him out. Cause like this is you already know who will win, and yeah,
Yeah, but well,
would have
fair
been
enough.
great.
I guess we can move on to Cameron if he's still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
So obviously you got pole position yet again this season here, and it was a close one though. You only got about 9,000 this time.
Yeah,
So,
it was very close.
and how did you feel about after the end of the qualifying? Obviously being on the front row with the rain due.
I thought the rain was going to be a bit later. I probably would have done a cone strategy if I knew it was going to be that much earlier. I thought it was going to be slightly later, but then about what 5 laps in, I asked Jeff, and he was like, "Oh, only like 10 minutes." So I just had to try and stretch the softs. As soon as the safety car came out, I was on 71%, and I would have had to go another 4 or 5 laps. So the safety car saved me because I would have lost the race. Well, if that safety car didn't come out, then I would not have won the race. It was just pure luck. But it put me in a good position, and I put it onto enters, and then Combs got up to second, like literally on half a lap after the restart, and he had like crazy pace. I was actually quite worried, like with 2 laps to go, because I don't know how much ERS he had, but I was like hovering on like 30, and that was when he was like 7-8 tenths away, and I knew if he had like 90 or something, then he'd be a big threat. But luckily, it's the wet, and there's a lot of dirty air, and it's quite hard to follow. So I was able to just kind of keep the gap at 7-8 tenths.
Yeah, but See, you got the safety car restart on the Inters, and then also you timed your getaway perfectly and just kept pulling away from everyone.
It was
Obviously, 'cause
Diogo
Ken
having
was,
illegal overtake, I'm saying.
yeah, obviously because Ken obviously was still in P2, and obviously Cones had to wait until he could overtake him.
Went for a gap a
Yeah.
little too much.
Yes, and obviously Cameron was just like, bye.
Yeah.
But no, obviously then Cones, you came fighting back at the end, and Cameron just managed to hold you off. But I feel like in a few more laps, Cones could have maybe had a chance for a victory.
I don't think so. In the rain, it's with the dirty air, it's really hard, and without the DRS to help, I mean, it's just awful. I was really managing my battery to try to attack him on the last lap, but yeah, I couldn't. In the middle sector, I couldn't be closer than 8/10. So yeah, 8/10 in the straight, it's just not gonna work. So yeah, the rain is
Well,
it's really hard. So
well, I guess will do the questions for me, unless you've got anything to add, Bertinho.
Except the standings? No.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, and obviously everyone knows that we're off next week, don't yous?
Yes, we have to remind you that apart from PC, because they're redoing the Bahrain Grand Prix, because you know desync.
Yeah,
PlayStation tiers are having a week off. Only PCs are doing the job.
and obviously after that it's Saudi Arabia, and I'm wondering what you guys feel about that. Okay, there goes cool.
Yeah.
So, Ken, how do you feel about Saudi Arabia?
I think it's pretty good track, and I have done one with the first time was P2 around here, so I'm looking for it.
Dive bomb on turn 1, it's Ken.
What I'm saying about Saudi Arabia, I have been sweating that one recently.
You're still gonna get you still won't qualify knowing you.
Yeah, I will still not qualify.
Oh
But
my
I
God!
did 26.9
Oh,
after like
56.
2 hours of sweating that track.
Oh, freaking hell. Okay, I guess we can finish off with Tino
Oh,
now. I don't think there's
no,
much
I
else
just
to
gotta say about the standings, but they are seeing the race standings. I need season standings. There you go. Cameron Dowds, Jago Moraes, Guillaume Daronia, Aurelien Lependreau, Kyle Pukinen, Chibuka Chifuma, Michael Engelien, Josh Evans, Stein Naves, Liam Cross. That's the top 10 of the championship standings in 4 races to go. And in terms of the constructors, Red Bull leads away from Haas by 40 points. Then we're having Mercedes 157, Alfa Romeo 140, AlphaTauri 115, Aston Martin 67, Williams 48, same as Ferrari, Alpine 38, McLaren 34. Also, just a reminder that McLaren have done 21 points today. Sorry, Williams. And that's like 40% of their points from the season. So that's huge. Anyway, we're finishing the stream around here. And I think that's it for today. We'll be meeting each other in 2 weeks' time on the PlayStation with Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, which is known for the Chaos Grand Prix. And PC will race next week in Bahrain because the desync has been resolved, or maybe not quite because we've still got the restarted PC F1 tier today. But still, thank you for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Or actually a week if you follow PC as well. Goodbye.